I drank away my son's college fund, just like I promised him. I used to joke that my son was way too smart to be mine. He'd take apart the TV remote just to see how it worked, or solve math problems I couldn't even read. He was the kind of kid who made you feel proud and a little dumb. Maybe that's why his mom left when he was 12. She said I didn't get her anymore, but really, I think she just didn't get him, or how much I loved him. A couple years later, she remarried. Then, I did too. We tried to make new lives, but somehow, everything still came back to that one kid, my whole world. When he was little, I started a government-backed college fund. Nothing crazy, but enough to get him started. I told him, "This is your future, kiddo. Use it for college, or whatever you dream about." He once asked, half joking, "What if I never go to college?" And I laughed, said, "Then I'll just take it, fly to Europe, and drink it away." He cracked up and said, "You'd really do that?" And I said, "Absolutely. There's this monastery where the monks brew their own beer. I've got to try it before I die." That became our thing. Anytime something went wrong, he'd grin and say, "Careful, Dad, or you'll waste my college fund on monk beer." Years passed. He got smarter, taller, kinder. He got accepted into Mill University, a full acceptance letter, scholarships, everything. He was over the moon. I'd never seen him smile that wide. 3 weeks later, a drunk driver hit him on his way home from a friend's house, and just like that, everything stopped. The funeral felt like a blur. People said the usual things: he's in a better place, he had a bright future. But none of them had seen how bright it really was. I didn't touch the college fund. I couldn't even look at it. It felt like blood money from the future he'd never get. A few months later, my ex showed up. She still wore her expensive coat, the one she bought right after she remarried. She didn't ask how I was, just went straight to it. "Since our son won't need the money, could you give it to my stepson instead? He's starting college next year." I stared at her for a while. She looked uncomfortable, but she didn't back down. So I asked, "You really think that's what he'd want?" She said, "Of course, he'd want to help someone." Maybe she was right, but I remembered his voice, that laugh, that joke. "You'd really drink it all, Dad?" So I said, "Yeah." I made him a promise. She thought I was joking, until I packed a bag, sold my car, booked a one-way ticket to Belgium. 2 weeks later, I found that monastery. It was quiet, surrounded by hills and fog. The monks brewed beer like it was sacred. They poured me a glass, and I sat there, staring at the foam, thinking about my son. The first sip burned, the second one didn't. I raised the glass and whispered, "Cheers, kid." I kept my promise. The beer's good, better than good, but it's missing something, someone.